Yes, yo, that's Shad with Socrates Stylin'. And now we've got our special guest on the air right here, Andrew West, nutrition specialist. Good to have you on, man. I got a special guest in the studio as well tonight, Ill Vibe here. He's chilling in as well, and he's interested to hear about some nutrition advice too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool, man. I really appreciate you guys having me on.
No problem at all. So, yeah, we just got a chance to meet up there when I was out in London a couple of days ago promoting the show, and you had an event that you got coming up there because you got a book coming out and you want to let people know a little bit about the book that you got coming, and it's all basically about healthy living and staying happy and staying, fit and all that kind of stuff. So drop a little bit on how you got started into that and when the book got all compiled together. And you were telling me a little bit of facts about how much information is in there, how much pages and stuff like that. So let the people know.
Well, yeah, just to be clear, man, I'll let you in on a little secret. I just ate a whole pizza to myself.
What?
All right, so this is my philosophy, all right? It's not really the bad things causing poor health. It's really not. It's more about the lack of good things.
Huh.
Okay.
And I really believe that if we just make more time for the good, we'll automatically have less time for the bad.
That makes sense.
So really, what it boils down to is every single interaction, every single scenario that you have each day could either be a positive or a negative. And you can tally those up at the end of your day. And as long as we're trying to add wise, organic lifestyle strategies into our life, we'll be doing good. So my main advice for people right off the bat is, when I work with people or even for myself, just start adding the good stuff in, man. Just do exactly what you're doing right now and have a great time doing it. If you want to drink, if you want to smoke, if you want to party, awesome. I'll go party with you. But what you need to be focusing on is getting as much positivity and light and love and high-quality nutrition into your life as much as you possibly can. And that is what my book shows you.
That's pretty dope. Is there a nutritious way to drink?
It's funny that you asked that because my plan for this summer was to cut out the beer.
Okay.
And I just got a juicer.
Oh, no beer? That sucks. I like beer.
Yeah, Stella.
Canadian.
You can still have it, man, but there's always wiser choices. So some beers will be a little bit, I want to say, healthier than others.
Okay.
And so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to drink even Jaeger is a pretty healthier choice. But if you have a juicer, then you can make your own orange juice or your grapefruit juices, and you can have that with vodka.
Ah, that's actually a good idea.
Right?
There you go. That's a summer drink for you. Create an actual juice something, and then just toss in a little bit of liquor in that.
Hey, man,
Spike
you don't
it.
make friends with salad, all right?
There you go.
Well, you do, but I'm just joking around. Like, come on, man. We want to have a good time. This is life, right? And I don't want to be sitting inside my house every day afraid of toxins. I say embrace toxins. I say do what you love to do in moderation. And I also really believe that it's all about smart minimization as opposed to harsh restriction. We're so caught up on no sugar, no fat, don't eat. Eat, man. Enjoy fat, enjoy sugar, but nutrition is like friendship, and it's quality, not quantity.
Wow, I like that quote right there. Nutrition is like friendship, and it's quality, not quantity. So,
right?
Yeah, same thing. I don't want too many friends. I just want good friends, Hey,
man, who's helping you move? The next time you move...
Carrots.
You know what I mean? Hopefully you got 4 good friends around you that are going to put aside some time and to help you move.
Definitely.
Don't call me Robbie. I'm not helping you move.
That's okay.
That's okay. I'm just joking.
Yeah, man. Will you help me out? No, I'm just joking. Andrew?
Yeah, actually, now that you bring that up, I am moving this Saturday.
Yeah.
Andrew, what are you doing?
You can come by and give me some health tips, too. That's what's up. So you've got a program in place as well that you're offering for clients that you work with, where basically you are their life coach kind of thing, you know what I mean? And you're able to help them out, and anytime that they're struggling with, diet choices or whatever, they can just give you a call and kind of get some advice on it or whatever. What is that program that you got in place, and how can people get involved in it?
Well, first of all, I would start people just with my Facebook page, facebook.com/healtheverythingist. And, but yeah, basically it's really kind of freelance. Like, instead of having 100,000 likes on my YouTube, I would rather help 100 people in my community. Mm-hmm. So the best way that I'm going about that is to, do the seminars. I have a seminar that I'm doing tomorrow, actually, at the London Public Library. But really, it's just about that interaction that you get, just like how me and you had. Like, if you lived in London, and we could connect even more so. And, like, those are how, like, that situation is how I meet people, just randomly, just by being open and honest and showing interest in what other people are doing. Mm-hmm. But I guess to answer your question, I am a lifestyle coach. And what I've learned is that a lot of people run to nutrition and exercise when they don't feel well. Yeah. When sometimes their relationships are lacking because they talk too much. So we have 2 ears and we have 1 mouth. And it would be wise for a lot of us, especially the younger generation, to listen twice as much as they talk. And so if you don't feel good and you're not happy with your life, you could be eating all the right things and you could be exercising. But that's only a very small portion of our overall health. What about our spiritual health, our social health, our mental health? How well do we control our emotions? Mm-hmm. So as much as I, do the nutrition and I bring people grocery shopping and I'll cook with them and I'll train them physically, I also sit down and I listen to people and I explain how to breathe and how to listen to another human being. When you listen to someone, as you're doing very attentively right now, I can tell, we're building respect for each other. I'm building respect for you because you are paying attention to me and you're not interrupting. And we both kind of have this good flow and ebb of when to talk and when to listen. And I think that if people grasp that a little bit more, and when someone was telling them a story like, hey man, I broke my ankle the other week, and then you come in and say, I broke both my ankles 2 weeks ago when I was playing with Kobe Bryant and we were in California. Well, you just stole my energy because you started talking about yourself. Yep. You know what I mean? So when I tell you a story about how I broke my ankle, be like, where were you? How did that happen? Are you okay? Say the word you more instead of saying me, I, self-validation. We're always trying to self-validate our ego through conversation, when really you build a lot more respect for yourself when you inquire about other people and their feelings.
Definitely.
That's a really good point.
You learn so much more when you're open and receptive to other people, for sure. You learn more about yourself, and it's so key. I think you're just killing them right now with this. Like, I love what you're saying, brother. Just keep doing this, because this is the kind of conversations I love having, is like talking about the things that genuinely affect people on an everyday basis, and your attitude and your willingness to be open and have good conversations with people and get over social anxieties and being scared and nervous to talk to people. Everybody understands that, the number one feared thing is public speaking, and people are afraid to come outside of their shells and just talk to other people for fear of judgment or rejection or whatever. And you need to get more confident in just being able to be out there and be you and be happy with who you are and have conversations with people, because just like you said, you learn. I remember my buddy was telling me the other day, he's like, because we just talk on the phone, he's from Kelowna, my best friend, big shout out to Bird, and he just he says that when we have conversations, every, I think, minute that we have, talking with somebody else, another human being, gives us an extra minute of life on, you know what I mean? Wow, that's dope. And I feel like that's so true. Like, people who just stay alone all their lives and never talk to anybody, really recluse, probably die off pretty early, you know, because they're just not out there and giving anything back to the world.
A conversation away keeps the doctor. A conversation a day keeps the doctor away.
Exactly.
I dig it.
I like that. That's
So
a good
true.
one. But yeah, man, I think you guys are both bang on the money. And for a lot of people, sometimes it takes a little exercise, like one of my very first exercises that I've been doing with myself to be my own lifestyle coach is to practice self-identity and to figure that out. So what I would invite everyone to do maybe tonight after this is all over is take 8 cue cards and you write your principles of life on it. So, for example, one of my principles of life, which helped govern my entire day, my entire life, all my decisions, I write down, I'm a doer. And this is one of my lifestyle principles. I'm a doer. So I wrote, I'm a doer in huge letters on the cue card, and then beside the cue card, I wrote 5 lines that are going to help me be a doer. So one of those things is, well, I say yes more than I say no. I sign up for things. I sign up for committees, events, go to concerts. I don't procrastinate. When I see an opportunity, I take an opportunity. So beside whatever principle that you have, and I have other ones like listen to my intuition, live in honesty, be nutritionally wise, live with patience, you write down a couple of bullet points that are going to help you develop that character. And then even under that, you can have a little affirmation. So you can have your 8 principles, and if you want to start developing your character, because this is all about self-development. Every single thing that we're talking about right now is self-development. You have to develop and program your mind to feel and be a certain person. You can't just be the passenger in this car of life. You have to be the driver. So you write down your principle, you write down 5 points of how you're going to do that, and then you have an affirmation. So for my live with patience, I am a patient person who finds joy when waiting. And for 1 solid week, you carry this card around with you, and you can even touch it and rub it, because everything is energy. This little card that I have here is energy. And I can hold it, and I can touch it, and I say that, I am, over and over and over again. And some of the most successful people on the planet say their affirmation, or as Tony Robbins says, the incantation, because affirmation is just kind of saying it. Incantation is when you add power and belief, and you say, I am a patient person. I am a patient person, instead of just saying, I'm very patient. I'm very patient. You say that over and over again. No, you really got to say that stuff, you know? So that is just one exercise that I have where you can really develop a strong sense of identity and self-awareness. And now you are cultivating this person that you want to be, and you have more to offer to the world because of it.
Definitely. Be you.
It's funny, man. Most of your points are far more about life philosophy than about nutrition so far, which I really respect, because obviously you're about more than just diet being a piece of it. But that's really cool, because much of what you said, I think, is really important dialogue, even outside of the area of nutrition.
Well, to be honest, man, I'm trying to move away from that, because I have such a background of nutrition and physical exercise that, okay, that's done. That's over. If we talk for an afternoon, I can give you all of the information that I have by bringing you to the health food store that you won't even be able to retain it all. You know, to me, that's over. That's already done with. I have more than enough information on those topics to help the average person astronomically improve their health. Okay, so that's over. Physical exercise and nutrition. Now what? What about our brain?
Mm-hmm.
What about our mind?
Our soul.
Our soul.
Mind, body, soul.
Right? So that is why I don't speak much of nutrition and physical exercise, because people need so much more than that. And to be honest, I think that if you did a little bit of research on your own, nutrition is not that hard. The chickens are pumped full of steroids. Don't eat synthetic food. Eat fresh. Go meet a farmer. It's really not that difficult. You know, people choose, and I want to say this kind of loosely, that these days, with the amount of information we have, people are choosing to be sick. Yeah. And I know that might sound harsh, but we have so much information and you have so much power that you are choosing to be sick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I really, like I said, I say that kind of loosely. I know it might sound harsh, but I worked in a hospital for 2 years, and the amount of 35 to 45-year-old people in that hospital is disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting how many people at such a young age are sick because they're being fed wrong information. If I can go on a quick little rant about the Big Bike Heart and Stroke Foundation, they were riding around London in this 20-person bike, and I'm thinking to myself, like, this is the Heart and Stroke Foundation, okay? They put heart-healthy, heart-approved check marks on things like base cell margarine. And to me, no wonder why we have an obesity epidemic and people are sick when the Heart and Stroke Foundation, which is like, I'm not too sure if it's government-run or not, but it's a huge foundation, supposedly trying to help our heart health and help our overall health. You put a big approval sticker on base cell margarine, and now people are buying it. We're being fed lies that Teddy Grahams are good for our children because marketing is that good. Like, one of the points in my book is to ditch cable television.
Yep.
You know, it's absolutely ridiculous.
I can't take it. Advertising is just ridiculous now. I threw cable TV and video games out the window a little while ago, along with porn. I was like, yo, these are a few things I don't really need in my life right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's absolutely astonishing. And, you know, sometimes I'm a little iffy about it. I'm like, should I be kind of really this harsh on people, like throw away your microwave, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, for the most part, like I said, it is about smart minimization and opposed to harsh restriction. But for the most people who are very low and who are in poor health, those things are not helping them. They're only bringing them more down. I would only suggest that you could even handle cable television if you really got yourself out of that poor state of health, and then you could maintain it by only watching a certain amount of television or whatever, you know. But for the most amount of people, the average person right now, it's not helping them at all. It's actually hurting them, and it's really misshaping and twisting our definition of beauty. And you wonder why so many girls have anxiety and guys have pressures to do certain things. Well, look at the shows we're watching. You know, like, yeah. What's up with that Honey Boo Boo show? I've only caught glimpses of just on YouTube, and it's just wrecking people's brains and thinking that they're not good enough, they're not fast enough, they're not strong enough, they're not beautiful enough. You need this makeup, which causes cancer, and it's just, the whole thing to me is just very sad. And I get sad when I know this type of information. They say that ignorance is bliss. I have no idea what bliss is. I am totally blissless because, you know, ignorance is bliss. And, like, some people choose to do that. They would rather not look at the information. They would rather keep on drinking cow's milk because they've always done it. And they would never switch between white bread or white pasta for anything else. And really, from, you know, a genuine person, it really saddens me. And I think that is my major drive for what I'm doing, is just to unmask a lot of these things and to share this information and then help people if they want to take it. Because unless you ask me for the question, you cannot hear the answer. And a lot of times I don't share information really a lot anymore with people because that's like throwing pebbles into the ocean of better health. And when you want to throw a mountain into it, you call me. And we're going to throw the Himalayan mountains into the ocean of better health, and we're really going to do it. But unless that person asks me for the information, they're not receptive to it. And this is another kind of lifestyle principle about just the way humans work. We have a defense mechanism. You know, I could go up to someone with cancer and say, I have the cure for cancer, and they won't even hear me, won't even listen to it, because they didn't open themselves up to the information. So, you know, my book is just that one way where it's like, okay, man, here's 6 years of intense, passionate research in one 100-page full-color book. I try to make the book as sexy as possible. And just, here we go. Here's everything that I think that would help the average person overall with their health.
Well, that's bomb, man. Well, I definitely want to check it out. Do you have an online version for it, or are you having a print version that people can order online?
Yeah, well, basically, just contacting me through my Facebook, facebook.com/healtheverythingist.
That's Health Everythingist?
Yeah, just everything with the IST on the end.
IST, okay. Everythingist, okay. Health Everythingist, okay.
Yeah, you can either message me on there, or if you have anyone contact you, like you have my phone number now.
Yeah.
And just trying to share that information, man. I'm glad that you guys. I'm glad that I ran into you, and that's a perfect example of an organic life. Even how you and I met. You know, it's a perfect example of how living a more organic and open life will provide you with, all these opportunities and more love and more life and more laughter and more opportunities, just because you were open to them. And I asked you what you're doing, and you asked me what I was doing, and now we're here. I really like that stuff.
That's how it happens, man. Magic.
Yeah.
Word up, word up. Well, much respects for taking the time to talk. You know what I mean? You seem like a very knowledgeable, wise guy. Not a wise guy, like a wise guy, but you a wise guy, you know what I mean? You got some wisdom in you. So I'd love to further this conversation in, 6 months to time, and we'll get more deeper into it, and start talking about some more spiritual stuff too, because we covered a little bit of the health, then we went into the mind. Maybe next conversation we'll get down to the soul. We'll get deep.
Well, I appreciate both you guys hanging out with me for a little bit, and hope you guys enjoy your night.
Much respects, brother.
All right,
take care.
Take care.
That was Andrew West right there, nutrition and mind, body, soul specialist.
That was
Very
interesting,
cool.
man. He had some really cool perspectives. It's definitely the kind of thing that, hell, you and I talked about today, but I don't think everybody thinks and talks about every day, and so it was good conversations. It was good to hear some of the things I've thought already myself and discussed with some of the people around me that I talk about such things, come from him. So put so eloquently.
So good. His whole thing with the ego there and the having a conversation and not stealing the conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So many people need to get that point through their head. Don't just jump in. I've seen so many socially awkward moments where somebody just walks into a conversation and starts talking about themselves. It's like, bro, do you not see that people that have feelings and they're talking about stuff? Like, acknowledge them talking before you jump into this whole barfing about your life.
The piece that resonated for me was I think it was directly that same part, is the self-validating. You talk to somebody and you can literally see all over their face, they're just waiting for you to tell them that what they did was good, and I think it's important that, even if that's what you're looking for is validation in the universe, there's less obvious and thirsty ways to go about it. You got to find it in yourself first and foremost, and then you got to earn it by putting that work in properly, and not just, conversationally trying to seek it out from all of the people around you. That's not the right way to find that energy, I don't think. So it's a cool convo, man.
Very cool. Much respects, brother. And thanks to you for coming in.
Yeah, man, this is fun. Thank you for having me. I've been seeing you post your selfies from the station for years now, or time at least. So
we'll do one here before we dip out. I went to do that before, and I forgot to do it. But anyway, that's what's good, man. Ill Vibe in the studios. Go and check him out online. Ill Vibe Music, Ill Vibe Video Production on Facebook, all that good stuff. Like him and check out his music. We're going to play one of his tracks before we get off the air here, and then we'll go into the commercials.
City Getting High.
This is City Getting High right here.
Cloud9 on phone. You can get it for $5 right now. IllVibeMusic.com.
Peace out, y'all. Much love and respect. Tune in next week for another crazy cool show.
Cheers.
As always.
I love you, Guelph.